Hello everyone, my name is Jim Jarrell, and as I said in my earlier videos, I am making this because I have become aware there are so many people who say they do not believe in God because there is no evidence that God is real. I said also that I think that is because people like me have not done a very good job of expressing what God has done in our lives. So I'm going to try. I said in my last video that a man called me on the phone and told me exactly what I was thinking and invited me out to his church. That day, I got healed with no explanation for how it happened other than to say God healed me. That pastor told me that I would feel young again. And he was right. I felt so young that I started playing softball on a team with a bunch of young kids. I was 55 years old, and most of the kids who were playing on that team were somewhere in their 20s. We played softball together 3 seasons. The second season, we won the championship, and they moved us to the next league above us, which was comprised of a bunch of college-age kids who played for the college, and this was a good way to practice. I don't know how many people are going to truly believe what I'm about to say, but one night early in that season, we were playing and I was pitching, and I threw a pitch to a guy and he hit the ball right back at me. When I say he hit a ball right back at me, it was about 3 foot off the ground, and I couldn't do anything to defend myself. That ball hit me directly in my leg, and I fell to the ground. Anyone who has ever been hit by a softball will tell you that is just about like a cannonball coming at you. While I'm laying on the ground, I heard a voice say, "Get up and finish. I'm going to heal you." Now, it probably wasn't the first time I had heard this voice, but I looked around to see who was talking to me, and there was no one there. I laid on the ground, and I looked around. As I'm looking around, the players on from the other team and from my team were coming to make sure I was okay. And that voice spoke again, and he said, "Get up and finish. I'm going to heal you." So I told them I was okay. I waved at them and told them I was okay. And I got back up, but I could not put any weight on my right leg. I pitched to one more batter. We got him out, and I went into the dugout, and like it would always seem to be, it was my turn to bat. I went up, took 2 strikes, and struck out. I couldn't put any weight on my right leg, and the game ended. I don't even remember who won. I came home, limped in the house, sat down, and was talking to my wife about what had happened. And I went to raise my pants leg up to show her where that ball hit me. And a voice came out of nowhere. And he said, "Don't look at it. Don't touch it. I'm going to heal it." I looked at my wife and said, "Did you hear that?" And she said, "No, I didn't hear a thing." I really didn't know whether that was my imagination or whether I heard it. But she said, if God told you don't look at it and don't touch it, don't. So I went and took a shower, and I did not look at it, and I did not touch it. I washed all around it, went to bed, woke up the next morning thinking I was going to be healed. But I wasn't. I'm laying in the bed, talking to my wife, and saying, I think I need to go to the doctor because my leg is still hurting. I thought I heard God, but I didn't know at that point. And all of a sudden, that voice said to me again, he said, "Get up, go to work, I'm going to heal you." I looked at my wife and I said, "Did you hear the voice this time?" She said, "No." I didn't know what to do. But I did just what that voice said. I got up, got dressed, and went to work. Now I work in the pest control business. And my job is to treat every unit on every floor in a building. I went to a place called Channel Marker that morning. I went and picked the keys up and went to the building, and there was no elevators in this building. There's 3 floors, all stairs, and no elevators. And my right leg is truly hurting. I normally pray every morning, but this particular morning I had not prayed. So I just said a quick prayer. I said, "God, I know I heard your voice, or I think I heard your voice, but I can't do my job unless you heal me." And the next thing I knew, that voice came again. And he said, "Get out and go to work. I'm going to heal you." I didn't know what to think. I grabbed the keys. I went to the back of the truck and got my sprayer out, all the while limping. And I took about 2 or 3 steps towards that building. And all of a sudden, my leg stopped hurting. I know that's hard to believe, but that's exactly what happened. I worked the rest of that day with no pain whatsoever. I came home that afternoon and was sitting in the office talking with my wife, and I told her about what had happened, and that voice came again, and he said, "Now you can look at it and you can touch it." So I raised my pants a little. Now, first I talked to my wife and I said, "Did you hear the voice this time?" She did not. I raised my pants leg up and looked at my leg. There was not a bruise. There was not a stitch mark. There was no evidence that I had ever been hit with that softball. I don't know how to explain that. I can just tell you that it happened and that I give God all the credit. People can say what they want and they can do whatever they want to do. But I assure you that God is more real than most people give credit to. That's not the only time I ever heard that voice, but I'll talk about it in another video. because I want to keep these as short as possible. My name is Jim Jarrell, and I will see you again. Thank you.